Hello and welcome to the Scott Sportscast. I am your host, Alex A. Scott. I am joined today with my co-host here, Jeremy Scott, George Scott, and True Daisy Thompson. Why don't you guys unmute yourself and say hello?
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, what's good? What's good with the world?
Oh, just world stuff.
That's it. There you go.
I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, but we bring you an episode of the Scott Sportscast Fantasy Football League and our weekly pick'ems for this week's NFL games tomorrow. Finally get to watch some real teams play.
Football is
Dang.
back.
Shot at Jeremy.
What
there.
do you mean by real teams? Why you gotta dang?
No,
What's that about?
we all know they drafted the best quarterback that year, went to the Bears,
Now I
Yo,
know how you
the
really
disrespect
feel.
is real. The disrespect is real. As a commissioner, a.k.a. the Yaga man, I'm going to have to step in between this here because this is going to get ugly whenever What in the Hell takes on the host that boasts.
Oh man.
But today, we're going to keep it geared towards our weekly pick'ems and who we think is going to shine and who we think is going to have a rough day at the office here on the fantasy weekend.
That is correct. So, if we take a look, we have our first game. The Seattle Seahawks versus the Atlanta Falcons. Battle of the Birdies. So, let's start with True. True, who do you got in this matchup and why?
Definitely taking the Seahawks on this one. It's obvious. Russell Wilson, I got him on fantasy, Got him going, got Metcalf, you know what I'm saying? I think
Metcalf, okay.
Yeah, I had to pick him up as a sleeper, but I think definitely the Seahawks. I feel like their offense is way too advanced for whatever the Atlanta can throw at them, So Pete Carroll and them will be able to make anything work out of what they got at offense. So I'm rolling with the Seahawks.
All right. Who do you think is going to have a big fantasy day?
I'm definitely, Russell Wilson and, I want to say Metcalf. I think they're going to be going and check out for Greg Olsen too. He just got traded over there, but he's going to be a nice little safety blanket, for Russell Wilson. I definitely put this offense. I know it's going. It's Russell Wilson, so it's going somewhere. That's just.
Yeah. And I got Greg Olsen as my fantasy tight end this week for that.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Interesting.
So, Jerm, why don't you go ahead and fill us in on your take?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go Seahawks on this one. The only thing that worries me is I got Chris Carson, and I know Pete Carroll just announced that he's basically gonna play the hot hand. You know what I mean? Whoever's getting the yardage is gonna be getting the most snaps. So it's gonna be him, and I believe Carlos Hyde, right? I believe that's who's showing.
I think so.
Yeah, so that's where I'm a little because I got Chris Carson, man. I don't know, but either way, I think if you have Metcalf or even if you got Tyler Lockett, man, they're both going to go off, in my opinion. I mean, Russell Wilson's going to spread the ball out, and I think they're both going to have good games.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I'm thinking Tyler Lockett's going to be the true number one receiver there over Metcalf, but Metcalf, he'll be on the number.
Just being on that number 2, it's a matchup.
Yep, he'll
Sure.
be
that number 2,
And George, why don't you go ahead and take your pick?
I am also going to have to take the Seahawks, but I think I'm going to have it a little bit closer. I think I'm going to have it like a 21-17 Seahawks. I think that Russell Wilson comes out, does what he does. Not sure about their running back situation. Like you said, he's going to play the hot hand. Chris Carson's got to get the opportunities, especially down at the goal line. So I definitely like Russell Wilson as a play. I like Tyler Lockett as a play. I like Chris Carson as a play. On the Atlanta side, I think that they're gonna do okay, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in Atlanta. That line is always pretty suspect, but I think Todd Gurley might get a touchdown, 50 yards, something like that. I think he can have a double-digit day. Matt Ryan, if you're in a deep league, always a good play. And Julio Jones, you're going to regret putting him on the bench some days if you think that he can't get you 30 points. So those are my guys to look out for. I wouldn't play either defense. I don't think that either defense is going to really get you too many fantasy points this week. So that's my breakdown for this game.
So for this game, I actually expect a little bit of a sloppy game. I don't think either one of these teams are going to come out guns blazing because both of their cities were pretty much the hardest, and they had the most distractions, and they had the most work to do compared to everyone else. So that I feel they were more directly affected, and that's going to take away from their preparation. So I expect both teams to start a little slow. I see it maybe being a 10-3, a 7-3 first half. So, I mean, it might be a bad idea to play the Seahawks defense, though, because they just picked up Jadeveon Clowney. They
Titans picked up Jadeveon Clowney.
Picked them up, yeah.
That's all right, the Titans.
He came from the Seahawks, yeah.
The Seahawks lost Jadeveon Clowney, but
hopping around.
It's gonna be interesting. That's an interesting game. Julio Jones can always go off. Greg Olsen there. I hope that he's gonna be a big factor.
As a former Rams fan, I'm real curious to see what Gurley has up his sleeve.
Okay.
What point? I'm just curious to why as we let him go, especially if he's supposed to be in his prime.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man, it's not fun,
Yeah,
that's a big injury.
Yeah,
hey, where's the game?
What would you say?
Who's the home team? Who's the home team?
For which one? The Seahawks and
yeah.
It's gonna be at Atlanta.
Oh, at Atlanta.
Yeah, so the Hawks are traveling.
It's going to be interesting without the 12th man this year.
I hear you.
That's gonna be interesting, but yeah, I mean, I expect Julio Jones to get his production.
Yeah, that's always going to happen.
Yeah, and Matt Ryan, probably a solid day from him. Probably 10, 15 points. I don't see him going crazy.
My question is Julio Jones finally going to get back in the end zone? He's had a lot of things where he's had the yards, he's had the production, but he hasn't had the touchdown. So we'll get back to the form in the red zone.
Yeah, that was on my team whenever he was doing that. So I know exactly how you feel.
I know. You know how it is being a Rams fan, man. Our defense, man. We were rocking with Tony Fisher at one point.
But I'm gonna take the Steelers or the Seahawks in this one. I just feel that their defense is better, and that offense is probably just a little more flush with Russell Wilson over Matt Ryan. So, yeah, I expect it maybe being a little low scoring than we thought, maybe a 14-17 kind of game. But I'm gonna go with the Seahawks.
All right, so it looks like everybody's taking Seahawks.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, for the most part, if you know football.
Mhm.
All right.
And then our next matchup, we have the Browns traveling to take on the Ravens in Baltimore.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to lock in the Baltimore Ravens on this one for
Yeah,
obvious
yeah,
reasons.
yeah, exactly.
I
They
mean,
got
Especially
about
with
4 or 5 of Cleveland's defensive players are out for this next game. So Lamar Jackson is going to be eaten, ladies and gentlemen. If you got him,
Perfect.
play him.
perfect warm-up game.
Oh, yeah.
Start all of your Ravens.
All of them.
Most of your Browns.
Go draft old Ravens too. No,
Hmm.
that's how bad they're gonna beat the Browns. They're gonna get points with it.
Well, the thing is that you never know in a division game.
Yeah, and the Browns,
This game's tough.
yeah, they gotten stronger. You know what I mean? The Browns
They're
is
not
coming
winning
up.
the game. Don't get me wrong, they're not winning this game at all, but
Yeah,
they're
no, not
gonna
at
be
all.
tough.
Yeah,
That's a rough week 1 matchup for anybody,
Mhm.
and
So
especially the Browns with 5 players out.
So true. Who do you think's gonna pop off?
You know, it really, like you said, like Jeremy said. I mean, pretty much all the Ravens are pretty much going to go off. You know, I mean, I expect Mark Ingram to just dish out the pain. You know what I mean? Every game, and I don't expect the Browns being sophisticated enough to stop Lamar Jackson, the movement, the option, the launch points. You know what I mean? So I just don't think they're going to be able to keep up with Lamar. Basically, what it comes down to, and they've got some additions on defense. I'm not sure exactly their names, but I heard recently that they got a nice mask of people. You know, nice new faces. So I expect that defense to be a little hungry. But
All right.
definitely not going with the Browns.
Here's my take on the Browns. Until the Browns can prove to me that they're not a dumpster fire, I'm not
Yeah.
putting my name on them.
Yeah,
They got to earn that respect. It's been how many years?
yeah,
Well, let me
many?
tell you something.
yeah.
Once they replace
money.
Mayfield, they might actually
Yeah.
do something. It's
Yeah.
Mayfield, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of him.
Yeah. As far as the
Not
big
a big
game,
fan
the
of
big
him
They
game
got to
moment.
prove it to
Yeah,
They show me that they want it.
yeah, really. Because the way
Yeah,
they're
I
talking,
think the only Browns player who's actually gonna really have a pretty good day will probably
they need
Jarvis Landry.
they need to go 8-8
Tyler Boyd
before
is
I say
a
anything.
good play.
Yeah, I think Nick Chubb's gonna have a big day.
Chubb.
Regardless,
Mm-hmm.
Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb's a beast. He's a stud, man.
I don't have a lot of faith in Njoku. I know a lot of people like him. He hasn't really done anything for me to show me that he's a top play this week. So we'll see if he can finally get into his potential form. But as far as tight end, it's pretty thin pickings. So I guess start him, but I probably would avoid him if he could.
Yeah. Anybody not picking the Ravens?
No.
Any other comments on this game?
We're all taking the Ravens. Lamar Jackson getting it done. Big
So
time.
our next game, the MVP, he'll probably eat. But the next game we got is the New York Jets traveling to take on the Buffalo Bills.
Okay, interesting matchup, man. I gotta say, we'll see. Who is it? Is it Josh Allen?
It's Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, right? See if he who just went there. A big receiver just went there. Stephon Diggs, no? Is it Stephon?
Yeah,
It
Stephon.
is.
So I
Stephon.
want to see if Josh Allen can actually do something with Stephon Diggs, man. See if they got that explosive offense now. Because that might bring a lot more to the table. As for the Jets, it's still Sam Darnold. We'll see if Le'Veon Bell might be able to pull something out of his sleeve, See if he's willing to play this year. I don't know. It's kind of
Yeah.
iffy. Bell.
Yeah, I got him on bench. Just a little, that kind of pick.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, we got to see his motivation, his how hungry he is. because
Exactly.
I'm not too sure. Last time he put on a bunch of weight and all that, so
Did he? I didn't even hear about that. What?
well, this was a while ago, like when he first left the Steelers.
Oh yeah, no, okay.
But he slimmed down, got back into shape.
It's
Had a
also that
decent season.
line, man. I mean,
But yeah, it's
when's
not
the
the
last time
Steelers.
you heard, hey, that Jets line is really killing it this year?
Yeah, your offense starts with your offensive line. You can't block your
Absolutely.
quarterback, you can't block for your running back. You're not going to get anywhere.
That's
So,
it.
my take on this one, Bills are going to dominate, but
Okay, Bills are gonna dominate. Okay.
I think it's because of that offensive line. I think the Bills' defense, they haven't really changed much on it, but that offense has changed a lot. They got John Brown, they got Singletary, right, in the backfield.
Yeah.
Then they got Josh Allen, who's grown as a quarterback, took their team to the playoffs last year.
Yep.
And they're
Good talk.
as well with John Brown.
Right.
So they got some weapons there. I think they're going to be able to make quick work of the New York Jets. But it's a division game. You never know what's going to happen. Number one rule, never bet on a division game. So
They're always a trap game.
they're always wild, but I got the Bills taking this one pretty easy.
Okay, what about you, True?
All right, your Bills, sit your
Yeah.
Jets.
Yeah, easy. Definitely
your
going with the
Jets.
Bills.
Pull your
Definitely
Jets.
going with the Bills. With Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, that's going to be. I know they're going to be able to get in sync because I think Josh Allen really did get confident just in the last year he played. Just being able to lead his team through thick and thin. And I'm definitely just going with the Bills. Yeah.
I mean, who won the Jets starting quarterback job?
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, it's Darnold. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what he does. But I'm not going to count on Sam Darnold and Le'Veon that'll beat these Bills.
Yep.
I
And
believe that the Jets quarterback is Sam the Ghostbuster Darnold. He sees ghosts, but he takes him out. He's going to have a bounce back year, but not week one.
not week one. Okay. What about you, Germ?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Bills, man.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting game. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's gonna be a huge blowout at all. I think Jets will get some plays. I think the Bills will get a better amount of plays though.
Yep. I'm gonna have to be the first one to break the unity here. I'm going with the Jets in this one. I think that the
Nice.
Buffalo Bills are going to be the team that was the best last year and sinks to the worst. I just see them being scouted and figured out by now. Josh Allen still has a lot to prove, but I expect Sam Darnold to take a huge jump this year. I expect him to start playing with a lot more confidence, and he's got a little more familiarity. So, and there's going to be an upset this week, and I think the Jets might be the one to get it.
Okay.
So next we have the Raiders traveling to take on the Panthers. I was thinking of Cam Newton.
Yeah, I know
Every
it.
time I think Panthers, I think Cam Newton, and now I think, oh yeah, he's not there.
On this one, man, I'm gonna come out right at the bat, and I'm going Raiders, man. I think that the Raiders really did something with that defense that they got there, man, and I think they're actually people are gonna sleep on their defense. It's gonna be pretty solid. Josh Jacobs looks pretty good, man. The only thing that worries me is Carr. I don't know if Carr's gonna be able to actually produce. Henry Ruggs, right? They got Henry Ruggs. I expect a lot out of that kid, man. I think that kid's gonna have a stud season. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go Raiders. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Christian McCaffrey, man, the guy's a beast. I just don't see the Panthers' defense really holding up. I
Yeah.
don't know. They got their defensive end out, Christian Miller. They got their linebacker out, Jordan Mack. You know what I mean? Offensive guard, Chris Reed's out for them.
There's a lot of injuries to start this season.
Yeah.
And it's from the lack of being able to have these real practices.
Yeah,
But,
it's definitely be tough early on.
yeah.
The way this one kind of breaking down is pretty even matchup. Gonna be a close game. Probably decided by 7 or less points. Carolina's at home. I think Raiders got enough firepower to get it done. Panthers got a new coach. Raiders are more, they have more continuity early on, especially. So I don't trust that this brand new system of, I think his name is Mr. Brady, their head coach. I could be wrong, but whole new offense. Everything's new. So I'm going to have to take the Raiders. But I think it'll be a competitive game. Obviously start Christian McCaffrey, start the number one receiver. Is Kellen? I'm not sure who the quarterback is. Kyle Allen. He did some good things last year. Might want to start him. But if you're in a deep league, obviously if you have better options. But I would say start your Raiders. Derek Carr should have a good game. I think Josh Jacobs is definitely primed to have another solid year. Starting out early with this game, and your Raiders receivers should be able to do some things if Carr is on point. So start Ruggs.
If Carr's on point.
Yeah. Like you said, if Carr's on point. And I think he'll have a good week one. He's got Mariota breathing over his shoulder. So let's see what he's got.
What do you think?
Mariota's already hurt.
Carr is in the driver's seat. So let's see how it goes.
I see what you did there.
Who are the Raiders playing again?
The Panthers.
Oh, okay, the Panthers. Yeah. So I'm personally gonna go with the Raiders. I believe that they're just more of a whole team than like George was saying, the new Panthers getting started. Teddy Bridgewater. Just if I were the Raider, I'd probably just try to lock down McCaffrey, if anything, McCaffrey. And it's just as a wholesome team, the Raiders been together more, and Gruden's gonna have them fired up and ready to go. He's gonna get in their head, that they need to start winning. It's time to start winning now. So I expect them to come out with like a lot of energy. I expect them to come out on top.
Yeah. Again, you guys are crazy. All right, bunch of homers going with the California team. I'm gonna go with the Panthers. I think CMC is gonna have a huge day.
You said that because you got him on fantasy.
Oh yeah. The thing that does worry me is that Panthers defense, but I think that the offense is just gonna be smooth. They're just gonna put together good long drives. CMC is gonna have a heavy dose, but the defense just has to be able to stop the run, and then they'll be able to win the game. And I think that the one thing people keep forgetting about is the Panthers defense, usually whenever there's no injuries, is pretty good. So
is Kuechly playing?
did he retire or not?
He retired, yeah. Kuechly retired.
Oh, wow. He retired.
Yeah,
wow, okay.
I know.
Wow.
He had a lot of concussions. And honestly, it was a smart
I feel it, though.
dude.
Most definitely. He's playing linebacker. He's taking those hits, getting smacked, dude.
I'm going to miss watching him play, man.
Me too, man. He was cool.
Fuck yeah, dude.
He was awesome.
So, just so,
Now I'm definitely picking the Raiders.
Just so everybody's kind of aware, I think Las Vegas odds are going towards Las Vegas. You know what I mean? Just the odds and betting odds is what I'm speaking on. But yeah, Raiders are favored to win in this. Most people are betting on the Raiders to win.
Hey, in the year of everybody getting thrown right into the mix, continuity is important early, but it doesn't mean that it's going to carry all throughout the season. These guys
true.
brand new or starting to develop could come out hot in the second half of the year. So that doesn't mean just drop them and pick up all these old guys or all these people who have more experience. Save your rookies, let them develop on your bench.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be like the rest of the NFL and fans and just expect rookies to be 12-year vets day one. It's going to happen. But it's
Exactly.
possible. They could have a good week or two, but at a certain point, they're going to hit a learning curve. So let's get on to a real game here. The only game I care about this week, to be real.
Eagles.
Chicago
Never mind.
Bears. They're taking on them Detroit little kitty cats, the Detroit Lions. Even though we have a couple big injuries, Robert Quinn and David Montgomery.
Doubtful.
I still believe that the Bears are gonna wrap this one up. Recent past.
Montgomery's actually questionable.
Yeah, but I'll say let the kid rest a week. He'll be okay. I'd rather have him healthy for the whole season than risk him just re-aggravating it and making it longer than it needs to be. Tyreek Cohen.
Hey, so question. I was going to say, is Cohen going to be taking the heavier snaps or,
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to be taking most snaps. I just don't trust Cohen, man.
Someone off of the practice squad or lower on the depth chart just to take a couple of snaps as well. Probably maybe like a Ryan Nall. But that's only until Montgomery gets back. But every time we play the Lions, it doesn't matter who is quarterback. It doesn't matter what time of the season. It has always been the Allen Robinson show.
Oh, yeah, for sure, bro. And honestly, Trubisky, the last 2 times that they played, Trubisky has put up over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. So I think Trubisky is going to go off on the Lions personally. The last 2 meets has just been showing that he's picking that defense apart every time.
And now he has a tight end this season because last season we were down to our 4th and 5th string tight ends. So like
yeah,
Ben
I feel that.
Well,
who's Joseph Horsted? It's like, yeah, we don't know these guys.
If you're gonna put all your eggs in a basket and Jimmy Graham, you're gonna be hurting later on in the season. Jimmy Graham, he's the new Martellus Bennett. He's Mr. September. He's gonna do great things in September and fall off. So make sure you have a backup plan if you got Jimmy Graham on your teams. But the way that I see this game breaking down is I see a division game always close. So I think the Bears take it with their defense. Low-scoring game, maybe like a 17-10. So Galladay might be out from what I understand. Then you have
anymore.
Some new guys at running back for Detroit. I think Detroit's defense is a little bit better this year. But Bears take this game and start Bears defense. I think they're going to get some sacks. I think they might even get a defensive touchdown. And Mitchell Trubisky, usually hot against the Lions. Always a risky start, but start Allen Robinson, start Tyreek Cohen, and if you need, start Mitchell Trubisky.
In my opinion, only start Tyreek Cohen if you're at an absolute must. I wouldn't start him just because you think he's going to go well. It's an absolute must to start him in my personal opinion, because from my past experiences with Cohen on my fantasy team, it hasn't been good, man. You expect him to go off. He should go off, and he does not produce the numbers that you need. So, my opinion, he's only a must. If you got nobody else, injury, you're really digging.
Yeah, my problem with Cohen is that he really runs side to side way too much. He needs to just use that speed and go north.
Yeah, agreed.
Just get
go
to the
north, my young man.
he's so explosive and he's so shifty. He just needs to use it downfield on some safeties. Quit trying to do it all behind the line. But when the line's not producing, that's whenever, you can't really do much. But Tyreek Cohen, he chooses to go sideways a lot. And just go forward and you'll get a lot more yards. So he's always a risk to play because he can take a touchdown back, kickoff for a touchdown or something. But yeah, I wouldn't say he's a must start either. I would say, like you said, if he's just kind of your best option.
Yeah.
True, who you got? Lions or Bears? Maybe not. We'll say he picks the Bears.
I feel like
Oh, there he is.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, yeah, I said I would pick the Bears 2010 over the Lions. I feel like that the Bears are probably going to get some turnovers on Matt Stafford, which will probably help them score or have a few more possessions to put enough points on the board to beat Stafford. I think Stafford might get some of his, but he's not gonna win the game. So I expect like maybe a touchdown, and field goal. But just that Bears defense is just too wicked.
If there's one person on the Lions offense that I would play, it would be probably Matt Stafford.
Yeah, most definitely.
He's going to need a lot of garbage time. Yeah. He's going to get a lot of garbage time in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Because they're going to start playing prevent, which I freaking hate, man. Nothing like, dude, play the defense that's got you there. Don't just
like you're winning the game. Don't just play cover one. You're up 36 to fucking 14. Play cover one.
They couldn't. They
don't
go.
Don't go prevent.
This. Yeah, they can't score on you doing that. So why are you gonna not do it anymore? Until they can score on it, you keep doing it.
Hey, true. Yeah. You're a defensive player of the year, right?
Yep, 3 years in a row, I believe. 8th, 9th, and 10th grade. Yes, sir.
So trust his word, folks.
Mm-hmm. It's just, when you have a defense like that with those numbers, Matt's going to be feeling the pressure. With Mac, he's just going to be feeling the pressure.
A healthy Akeem Hicks.
Yeah, he's going to be feeling the pressure. That's a fact.
The most underrated stat in all of football is QB pressures.
Yep,
most definitely.
You make the quarterback uncomfortable, they're not playing.
Most definitely. Ruin plays.
Ask Tom Brady if he likes pressure right up the middle.
Yep, exactly.
He'll tell you yes.
A team with good defensive tackles and a defensive line will definitely get you places in the NFL.
You know what? It surprises me because Vegas odds have Detroit winning. They got Detroit winning. They're favored. Interesting.
They have no faith in Trubisky.
Hey, nobody
he just beat out Nick Foles.
No, I was looking too. There are some stats that Trubisky has that are up there with like Drew Brees and Tom Brady. I forgot what it was.
An NFL record all to himself.
Yeah, so there's some things about Trubisky that's up there, So I won't count him out.
First quarterback in history to throw for like 300 something yards. Throw for 3 TDs, rush for a touchdown, and have over like 50 rushing yards all in a single game.
Yeah. Woo.
It was all on the Cowboys.
Woo.
Then he
That's
had
MVP player right there.
Yep. Then he had 6 touchdowns against Tampa Bay the year before that. So this boy can do it. He just needs to do it consistently.
Yeah, and it's better when you get him help,
Yeah,
that's what you need is help. Get them help. You got your
protection would be nice, but
that's
he
why
missed good throws even when he had good protection, and
most definitely
just more time in the league, more experience, and he's allowed to have a sophomore slump under Nagy.
Most definitely, exactly. Most definitely.
Everyone else gets one except for Trubisky.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's rough.
That's because Trubisky was doing the Jamarcus Russell sipping lean there in practice at rubber. You know what I mean?
For real. During practice? He was doing it during practice too?
Yeah,
during practice. This
during
guy's something else. During practice.
Johnny
Wow.
Manziel. So
How
I
the
wonder
hell?
who the next Johnny Manziel, who the next Jamarcus Russell's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think somebody's gonna allow themselves to become
James.
one of those. You know,
Oh, there
honestly,
will
because
always be one. There will always
yeah.
be
But I
somebody.
mean, Jamarcus Russell, that's heavy. You know,
Pat McAfee was our
that's real
most
heavy.
he was getting a bunch of like in trouble for drinking and doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
All right, so who's our next game?
We got the Colts versus the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
So letting you go, my battery's low too, guys. So just letting you know.
Go ahead, take this one. True.
Okay.
Colts versus Jaguars at Jaguars.
Colts and Jaguar. Oh, it's easy. Colts all day. Phillip Rivers, TJ Hilton, you know. Phillip definitely knows what he's doing. I think he's still got some stuff left in him. If anything, if I was a player, he might be up there in age, but I like his grit and I like the fact that he doesn't take no prisoners, you know, he'll talk back to you. So I expect that fire to just, carry him through. Carry him through. The Jags, I don't, nothing's going on for the Jags really right now.
Yeah, it's like this year. It's like, would you rather have a second-year Kobe Brissett or would you rather have Phillip Rivers? It's like,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I'll take
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Rivers.
I'm taking Phillip. Exactly. I'm taking Phillip.
So I'm gonna go with the Colts as well for the same reasons.
Yeah,
Ty,
most definitely.
big day. He's
Yep.
got a strong arm quarterback who can air it out for him, especially at the beginning of the year. So he'll slow down in the middle, but he picks it up in December. So.
Yeah, and I like he competes. You always want that in a quarterback. Don't matter. If he's going down, getting hit, he'll get up and talk. You know what I mean? He just be in the game with you.
He's got tight ends, so I mean, like he's gonna be just fine. As for the Jaguars, you got Gardner Minshew, who showed some potential towards the end of last year. I love the jorts,
Uncle Rico.
I don't know if the rest of the team's ready.
I make a bet.
They just got rid of everybody, so there you go. Jets are in a rebuild, so I don't have faith in them. Or the Jags are in a rebuild.
So I'm gonna have to go ahead and I'm going Jacksonville, man. I think this is gonna be my my sleeper.
Spicy shake.
This is huge, people.
Man, I don't think Phillip Rivers is going to be able to really produce in Indy, man. I don't. I've never liked Phillip Rivers. There, I said it. Never been a big fan of Rivers, man. And I don't think he's going to be able to go to a new team, to a new playbook, and be able to produce, man. There's my set. I said it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I said it.
That's it. Hold your peace, yes, sir.
Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I don't really have a lot of faith in Phillip Rivers either, but I think he has enough to beat the Jaguars. Jaguars got rid of 6 Pro Bowl players in the past, 2 years? They're completely rebuilding. They have no idea their front office. They hired Tom Coughlin as their GM. I really don't know what's going on with them. So I'm taking Indy. Indy has a good offensive line. They got a good running back. They got a quarterback. Air it out to their receivers. Their defense has come on last year. They got a really good linebacking core. They can get to the quarterback. So I got them rolling the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's your lock of the week, folks. Indy over Jacksonville. Even though it's a division game, it's a lock. Start your Indianapolis Colts.
Anybody else oppose that?
3-1. 3-1 now. Okay, it's a 3-1.
Okay.
Let's remember these picks, man.
Yep.
Let's see what happens.
I mean,
most definitely.
No evidence.
They're probably gonna record it and then post it online for the world to judge us.
Yep. That was how off we were. We need Captain Hindsight in our lives. We need
people to remind us how much we don't know.
Yeah, like you guys suck. It's like,
No,
at least
we
we're
want to hear from everybody too. We want to hear some YouTube, some comments, what you guys think about our picks, who you think is going to have the best picks of the week, who's going to win the fantasy league. We want to hear some feedback from y'all, so
Want some
make sure.
engagement. We do it for you guys. We can just have these conversations at home, but we also want you guys to enjoy and learn and just, compare and contrast yourselves in your notes and just get more perspectives. The more perspectives you have, the more informed decisions you can make in life. And that goes with anything, not just sports.
Don't rush in blind, people.
Yep. I may be Russian and I am blind, but I do not rush in blind.
You do what you got to do. Make it in the South.
All right. What do we got next? We got Dolphins and Patriots. Is that what I see?
Ooh, give me the Dolphins in the upset of the year.
No, you're missing a game. We have the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota.
Okay. In Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, it's real cold there. I hear it's cold.
Coldy.
There's a lot of snow. Can I use your plowy?
Hey, I'm taking the Packers, eh? I think Aaron Rodgers gets it done. Is it at Lambeau?
Nope.
It's in Minnesota.
Well, Rodgers still gets it done.
Woo, okay, a lot of faith in Rodgers.
I don't have a lot of faith in the Vikings. I think they just lost one of their best defensive ends. I don't know if their defense is going to be able to hold up against Devontae Adams. Xavier Rhodes seems to have been falling off consistently every year. I don't really know about the secondary, their pass rush. I think they lost Everest Griffin as well. I don't know if their defense can stop Adam Jones. Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones? Aaron Jones. I don't think they can stop him. Devontae Adams. They definitely can't stop him. So I got to take the Packers here. I think Dalvin Cook. I'm not sure if Adam Thielen has a good day. Kind of skeptical. He's an iffy play. But Kirk Cousins, I think, will end up having some good fantasy points if you're in need of a quarterback. But if you got better options, play better options. But not too many division games are always weird. Might be a low-scoring game early on with these two teams. But I got Packers winning it probably, 21-17.
Yeah, they're usually pretty tough. But it seems like Minnesota recently has had Green Bay's number until last year. So I wonder if now that LaFleur has had a full year and we got the ability to check out his scheme and see what he likes, if he's going to do the same thing as Matt Nagy and kind of get slowed down his second year. So it'll be interesting to see if he just continues and picks up where he left off, or if he also hits a slump. Because with these young coaches, you don't know what they're trying to do. They're throwing all these new things at you. You're going to catch some people, but once they understand what you're trying to do, then you really have to start coaching and scheming and trying to come up with new ways. But who do you got in this one, Herm?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Green Bay, man. I'm not choosing Green Bay because I have faith in Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams at all. I don't think they're gonna have a solid season at all. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to go Green Bay in this one because I don't see Minnesota Vikings being able to produce enough just to beat Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers is still a dog. He's still gonna go, to the fourth quarter and play with all that he's got. You know what I mean? So I think they're gonna be able to take the lead early and finish the game out. Simple as that, in my opinion.
What about you, True?
This game, I'm definitely going to have to roll with Green Bay. Going with Green Bay, I feel like Aaron Rodgers, just Aaron Rodgers, it's going to see if his team is with him this season if they really want to win, because he's getting up there in age and his time's almost up.
Exactly.
So, and they only have one Super Bowl, and that's real bad, personally, in my opinion. I feel like he should have 3 at least, but I'm definitely going to Green Bay. I got Dalvin Cook on my fantasy team, and I'm gonna start him too, because I know he's just gonna get his carries, And
yeah, well, Green Bay also isn't the best known for their run defense either.
Most definitely, exactly. So I'm just going with Green Bay. I trust Aaron Rodgers in a shootout over Kirk Cousins any day. So
all day.
It's not wise. Not wise to pick against Aaron Rodgers. So that's what I'm going with.
That's true. It really isn't wise to pick against him. I agree with that. Because, you never know. That man pulls something out of nothing every time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's what he's been doing, So that's what he does.
But like you said, he's getting up there in age. You don't know how much longer he's going to be able to be doing that, man. Defenses are changing. He's able to read that defense, but there's new defenses coming out every fucking year, man. So
you start slowing down too. Start slowing down.
Those injuries.
How many times
he broke his collarbone? How many times he broke his collarbone, man? How many? How many times was it because of the Bears?
Yeah. They got that guy Jordan Love too.
Yeah, Jordan Love.
Yeah. So I think they're rolling in that kind of direction. After Rodgers' show, I feel like it's bad though, because Rodgers' show was a waste. Only one Super Bowl. Like you should have had like 3. Because I remember, back in 2008 and 9, Aaron Rodgers, that Aaron Rodgers was winning Super Bowls with Charles Woodson and all that, And just have him at that quality is just, it's a sad waste. I'd be upset if I were a Packers fan.
Mad as hell too.
I'd be upset. Yeah. But my phone's about to go, guys, so that's all I got for you today.
Okay.
All right, brother.
Oh yeah. All right. Have a good time, guys. It's been fun. I'll catch you on the next one.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace. Y'all good nation out.
Out.
All right. So, for my pick, pass. I hope they both lose. Says the Bears fan. So, no, I think this is exactly how this game's going to play out. Vikings are going to get up to an early lead in the first half. They're going to be up by at least 1 or 2 touchdowns. Thank you, Dalvin Cook. And then in the second half, you're just going to see that stupid, ridiculous, vintage Aaron Rodgers freaking comeback at the 2-minute warning to bring it close. And then all of a sudden, they just start taking over. And it's just, I'm so sick and tired of seeing it. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about it. I'm so sick and tired of Green Bay just landing freaking Hall of Fame quarterbacks in their laps. But I expect the Packers to have themselves a little comeback win, not like a huge margin, but 10, 14 points down, they're going to come back and win the game.
Sounds about right.
And now we have the Dolphins versus the Patriots in Foxborough.
Yeah, I believe George had a strong opinion on this last one, so let's go ahead and let George start off.
Go ahead.
Now I'm taking the Patriots. No, I'm joking. I got the Dolphins in the upset of the week. I think Cam Newton coming in as a new quarterback has a lot of pressure, and I believe they're traveling to Miami, right?
They are, in fact, going to New England.
Oh, then New
Miami's
England. I thought Miami. So, yeah, I got to go with New England. Patriots don't really lose at home. They got a new quarterback, which is going to be tough, but so does the Miami Dolphins. They got Tua, but they got Jordan, who's solid at running back.
It's not the starter.
Huh?
Fitzpatrick's
the starter. Who is not the starter? Fitzmagic won the starting job.
Fitzmagic, baby.
No
You can't
way.
give up on Fitzmagic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fitzmagic started.
Dude,
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you remember the last game of the season? Do you remember the last game of last season? New England versus Miami. What happened?
It was chaos. Fitzmagic went.
Fitzmagic went off, my friend. Fitzmagic goes off against the fucking Patriots every time, my friend.
This is the hardest one to. Oh man,
Yeah.
dude, I
Fitzmagic
might
goes up
have.
on a lot of
Miami.
teams, guys.
All right, I'm sticking with my take. Miami takes this one. Upset of the week.
Okay, there you go. I like it. It's a strong pick. I'm not against it.
21.
Do you think it's the Dolphins doing good or the Patriots doing bad?
No, Miami wins big. 31-21. The Fitzmagic happens because first game of the season, Jordan Howard goes off.
Okay.
I think Miami defense a bit stronger. I think people are gonna think that they're the same team that they were last year, and guess what? Miami ain't. So
Miami ain't.
So Miami coming out hot.
Spicy.
Hey, red zone at halftime is gonna be like these Miami Dolphins looking like a whole new team. Watch for it.
Muy en fuego.
Very solid pick,
for the
and I like the pick. I'm a big fan of this upset, man. But I'm gonna have to go New England. I think Cam Newton's gonna come in and show that, hey, you know what? I'm still an elite quarterback. I'm coming into this new team. I think Bill Belichick and his play style are gonna kind of intertwine, man. I think it's gonna go off. Plus, but I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I don't think it's gonna be an easy win for the Patriots at all. I think Cam Newton's going to have to come back and win it for them because Fitzmagic's going to come in and just light them up. Because from what I know, the New England defense right now is hurting. I think about 7 people are out for this game and for who knows how long. That's 7 defensive key players that they're going to be missing from this game.
What, 11, 12?
So that means, exactly. So in my opinion, Fitzmagic's going to start picking them apart. So we got to see if Cam Newton's going to be able to deliver and answer back. If he can't answer back, and that's game. But I'm going to go – I got a little faith in Newton, man. I've been a fan of Cam Newton for a while. His last season wasn't the best because he got injured, obviously. He wasn't playing much. And he spent his whole offseason reconstructing his entire throw pattern. And I feel like it completely threw off his game, and it wasn't the best move for him to do. So I'm hoping him coming to New England and going under Bill Belichick kind of put him back into place, and we'll see what he'll be able to produce for them, man.
Yeah, definitely. And as long as he can stay healthy, I believe he can produce. But
I think he'll stay healthy.
I see this being a pretty close. I could see a 20-21 game with a game-winning field goal for either team.
Yeah. Game-winning field goal. It's going to come down to the kickers, man.
I know recent past has says the Miami Dolphins versus, is a joke. But I really think they started turning it around last season, and I think it's going to continue. Plus, they got normally a 1,000-yard rusher every season in Jordan Howard. And then they also have a pretty good backup as well. You have Fitzmagic, and if for some reason he struggles or gets hurt, you can put in Tua, and he could probably do some good things to get you by, at least for his rookie. Yeah. So, I mean, Cam, you can never count Cam out because he was an MVP for a reason. But like you said, it's like when Tiger changed his golf swing and he went to crap, and then it didn't take until he changed it back to something different again where he got his shot back. So you don't always need to change what has got you there. You just need to improve at it. I'm gonna go Patriots just because even though they're depleted, their defense, their next man mentality, next man up, it's just it's unmatched. Everyone's ready to go all the time, and they step in, and it's like nothing even happened. So I'm gonna go Patriots just based off coaching at this point, but I would like to see the Dolphins win.
All right.
Now let's get to this game, if you want to call it that. I don't even think that this is a team, or they don't have a logo. They don't have a mascot. They don't.
That's what these things are.
All we have is a city and a description. We
Oh,
have
yeah.
the Washington football team taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in Washington. I'm a lock in the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles. Wow, Alshon Jeffrey's out. Why is Alshon Jeffrey out? What happened to
Because he's
him?
always
He's
out.
been Alshon Jeffries has been recovering from a Liz Franks fracture, which is 9 to 12-month recovery. He's at 9 months finally. So
Okay.
he should be on IR, but he's not. He might be able to come back in a few weeks, but he's going to be gone for quite some time. So the Eagles receiving core is going to look like Deshaun Jackson, Jalen Reagor, Greg Ward, Arthega Whiteside, and Zach Ertz, Dallas Goddard. So,
Still pretty much.
Eagles are my team, as everybody knows. At least they should know by now that Eagles are the number one team in the league. You don't agree with it, we'll fight you for it. So, just joking, everybody. But
Yeah, I mean, I'll gladly do it.
so I think Carson is healthy. I think he's in a good mental place. I think he's ready to go out there and perform. I think Deshaun Jackson is looking to avenge himself from those anti-Semitic comments. He's looking to redeem himself on the field rather than in the media. I think Jalen Reagor is going to have a good year as a rookie player. He might not be as effective early on, but later on in the season. But I think he has a couple big catches this game. Miles Sanders is going to be out, so definitely start Boston Scott. Boston Scott, he's going to catch some passes. So if you're in a PPR league, especially make sure you get him in your at least your flex. Start Carson Wentz. Not too sure about the wide receivers. Definitely a lot of the targets are going to go to Ertz, Boston Scott, and I would say Deshaun Jackson. So those would be your starts for the Eagles. Maybe start the Eagles defense because we go to the Redskins. They got rid of Darius Geis. They got rid of Adrian Peterson. They have a new coach. They have a new defensive scheme. Their
No name,
quarterback,
no pride.
They got Terry McLaurin on offense, but he's going against Darius Slay. I don't know how their offensive line's going to hold up. So I don't have a lot of good things to say. And then Ron Rivera also going through with the the lymph cancer.
Lymph node cancer, yeah.
They got a lot of the Snyder, the owner, a lot of
47 different women he was allegedly sexist against.
So I mean, this is the only team that's crazier and worse than the Dallas Cowboys. You know, I mean, you thought no team could be worse or lower than the Dallas Cowboys, and then you find one in the Washington. What do they call it now? The football team, because they had such a bad name. I've been saying they need to change their name for so long, but no, we're gonna stick to it. We're gonna stick to it, and then now finally they decide to change it. It's like so. They don't deserve to win football games, at least not this year.
Yeah, they need to rebuild their entire culture from the top down. Because management, it's a trickle-down effect. It's just whatever your managers or your CEOs, their morals and their ethics are, especially in business and personal, it's going to bleed into the whole company, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and whenever you base your whole, like, what is their offensive identity? What is their defensive identity? They don't have one yet. It's a new coach, whole new everything. So I can't picture them winning the football games early on in the season, especially in the
Hatchins. Is it Hatchins? It's the quarterback, or Dwayne?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any faith in him. But at the same time, I do like the play of Boston Scott. In case you guys didn't know, that's our cousin. No,
No,
just kidding. No relation, but that'd be cool.
but skill wise and mentality wise, we're related.
Yeah, we're kindred spirits, at least.
We're Scots at
Yeah,
heart.
I got Boston Scott in my other league, and I'm excited to play him. I feel like people are sleeping on him, especially right now. Another person that the Eagles are sleeping on, well, not the Eagles per se, but people are sleeping on that's on the Eagles, I would have to say, is Goddard. Their tight end, man. I think they're
Yeah.
the tight end's going to be going off. I don't think Zach Ertz is going to be able to handle the full load. And on the plays that Ertz isn't in, they're going to sleep on Goddard, and Goddard's going to be able to slip in there and make some big plays.
I see
So I'm
that,
going Eagles.
but I don't see Ertz having a problem getting open this tomorrow.
I don't either, but I don't know how he is health wise. You know
Well,
what I
you
mean?
always
Like,
want two tight end set is only just twice as good.
yeah.
So
So
and
we
yeah, they
got
double
Fells and
team
Atkins.
Ertz. It's gonna
That's
leave Goddard wide open in the flat.
all right. What do we got next? So we got
Find out.
I believe we got the 40.
Chargers, Bengals.
The Chargers, yeah, at Bengals.
Ooh, I am gonna have to go with Cincinnati, man. I think Joe Burrow is gonna come out and make a statement, man. I really do against the Chargers.
It's possible because the Chargers have just had a lot of overhauls. They just lost their longtime quarterback in Phillip Rivers, but I feel Tyrod Taylor's ready to step back up to the plate after his end in Buffalo. So
And
I
then
feel
you know what? You know what? The only thing that scares me about me picking the Bengals is the fact that AJ Green. We haven't seen AJ Green play football in a while. You know
In
what I
like
mean?
what, 25 years.
feels like it.
Yeah, he's been battling a lot of injuries, man. So we'll see, man, if he's able to produce for Burrow or Burrow's able to get him the ball and or see what they can come up with, man.
Yeah.
How many did Cincinnati win last year? Like one?
One or two, yeah.
So I'm not picking the Bengals until they can prove that they're a real football team. Joe Burrow doesn't excite me if the offensive line can't give him more than 3 seconds to throw the ball. Now, other than that, I definitely feel the Chargers are the stronger team. They're more complete. They got a better defense. They got some real studs on defense.
Keenan
They
Allen
get after
just
the
had a huge
quarterback,
kill.
and then they got a more complete offense. And Tyrod Taylor, I feel he's going to be healthy. He's going to be ready to go, especially week 1. And he can distribute the ball to more people than, say, the young guy. Not sure who they drafted. Humphreys? Or do you guys remember their first pick?
I don't. No,
I don't
not off the top of my head.
As a quarterback. But anyway, yeah, he's not going to be ready yet. So Tyrod Taylor is going to be able to not be able to look over his shoulder, not be able to worry about if he's going to lose his job every week. So I feel he'll be able to go out there, perform at a good level, and definitely beat the Bengals. So start your Chargers. If you're desperate, start Joe Burrow, start AJ Green. I wouldn't really start either of them if I could avoid it. Definitely sit most of your Bengals unless you have maybe Joe Mixon. I would say start Joe Mixon, and if you need, start Joe Burrow. But
Was
I
it
would
Justin
say
Herbert?
sit AJ Green.
Was it Justin Herbert you were thinking of?
Yeah, Justin Herbert. That's the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, he ain't ready. He's going to be a developmental guy. But yeah, so who did you have, Herm? You said the Chargers, right?
No,
Or no, you
I'm
said
I'm
Bengals.
I'm I'm gonna go Bengals. Yeah, probably the only person going
Yeah.
Bengals.
Yeah, I'm gonna also have to go Chargers because Keenan Allen, he's excited. He just signed his extension, got a new quarterback. But Burrow, he's gonna go through some growing pains early, and he's gonna have to figure out the NFL level. I just don't see him beasting week 1. Maybe week 3 or 4 he starts getting into a groove, but until he puts up some back-to-back good games, I'm gonna have to pass on the Burrow wagon.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm jumping on the wagon.
I mean, hey, it's better to jump on early than late sometimes, you know.
Real quick, George's phone died. Just so you know.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do ours, and then by then he should be back, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Or he can just hop on yours.
All
So we
right,
got
moving on.
Tom Brady versus Drew Brees at Drew Brees.
This is a hard one, man. But you know what? I'm going Buccaneers. I think Brady and Gronk, and he's to be able to. Evans was placed on questionable. I don't know if he'll be playing. Even if he's out, he still has, was it Godwin? So I think Tom Brady is going to be able to produce. But I also think Drew Brees is going to be producing. They just got Emmanuel Sanders, man. And I think that's going to help a lot on their offense. Alvin Kamara just signed that deal. He's ready to go. He got what he wanted.
5 year
So
extension.
yeah, so he's ready to play. Saints are looking good. Bucks are questionable, but
And
I'm
you always have
going
Michael
Bucks.
Thomas.
Yep, I'm taking the Bucks, man. Just because I've been kind of throwing out some oddball picks here, so I'm gonna stick with it.
Nice. On the opposite side, I'm gonna go with the Saints winning this game. Oh, Drew Brees is gonna get that win over Brady this year because I think that Saints defense is just a little bit better, especially with Malcolm Jenkins in the back. If no Mike Evans and he could kind of help double up on Godwin, that's really going to kind of limit Brady and try to have him force it to Gronk, which can either be beneficial, which we've seen so long before, or it could be detrimental. I think week
True.
1 it'll be a little detrimental. Gronk getting the rust off, coming back to regular competition, especially without a real training camp. I feel he's just going to be a half step behind. So once
Okay.
he catches up, it's going to be just like the old days, though. 3 touchdowns for Gronk a game.
That's what I'm hoping for because
Yeah, and
got a lot of
but
fantasy players there.
but on the Saints, you just have Drew Brees with all of this chemistry, with his line and all of his guys. He has Michael Thomas, he has Emmanuel Sanders, he has Alvin Kamara, and he has that tight end / quarterback too, Hill. I mean, dude, they have very good game plans because I mean, you even seen uh whenever Teddy Bridgewater came in onto the Saints with that offense, even he was just running it. So I mean, I just still have some faith in Drew Brees. But week 1 with Brady and a new team, no off season, Gronk coming back. Yeah, I got to go with the Saints on this one.
Okay. Yeah. No, solid pick.
I will have to say that
He's back.
I have returned to save this podcast. The Hall of Queen. To all the CW fans out there, big salute. Anyway,
Rest in
I don't
peace, all
know
of
how
them.
I feel Tom Brady is in a good situation. I don't know how I feel about his arm strength. I don't know how I feel about Mike Evans. I would say be cautious if you play Mike Evans. Other than that, don't start Leonard Fournette. He's not ready yet.
Yeah, he's on my bench.
I would say start Gronk, start O.J. Howard, maybe start Godwin, and they have one more receiver. Who is it? I don't remember.
Oh, they also have LaShawn McCoy, who's going to be playing for Fournette. So he's going to be a starter over Fournette week 1.
Anyway, so I would say this is going to be the highest scoring game of the week. I feel both teams can put up over 30. Start both of these guys. Do not start the defenses. I repeat, do not start the defenses. Alvin Kamara is going to go off. Drew Brees is going to go off. Michael Thomas is going to go off. The usual suspects are going to go off. Be ready for a division game that's high scoring. Maybe even look for like a 38-34 type of victory here. This one's tough. I'm going to have to take the Saints by like a late field goal.
Okay.
I don't want to take the Saints.
Well, they got Will Lutz, so you know their kicker is going to be hitting.
From 50.
Yeah.
So give me the Saints 37-34. Something like that.
I'm going to go Saints 34-28.
High scoring game.
And you
I'm
have
going
the
Bucks 34-28.
Hey, I like it. I hope one of us.
Yeah, no, me too.
All right.
All right, what's our next game?
We have the Arizona Cardinals traveling to take on the Bang Bang Niner gang.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to have to go with San Francisco, man. I'm going to go Jimmy G. Their defense is still pretty solid. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout. I think Kyler Murray is going to come out and be able to hit DeAndre Hopkins for at least a touchdown. Hopkins is definitely going to get a touchdown this game. Who else? Who's our running back right now? Do you know? Because I have no idea. Yeah, on the card. Kenyon Drake, that's right. I knew it was somebody big. So Kenyon Drake might be able to go off too, man. But no, I don't know. Not against that defense, man. San Francisco's got a defensive line that's terrifying.
They're going to look just like the Chiefs. They're just going to come out and look like right where they left off.
I agree. Highly agree on that. So I'm going Niners. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's get it.
Yep, I got it big.
Start Kittle. I'm not the Garoppolo fan, but if you need a quarterback, start Garoppolo. I don't know about those wide receivers, or not the wide receivers, the running backs for the Niners. It's a committee. You don't know who's going to get the workload, but definitely start Barea.
Breda.
Telvin Coleman, I think, is out. I don't know how Mosert's going to do. He was the fourth-string guy, Super Bowl hero.
Good in the playoffs,
playoff hero. So I don't know if he's going to get his fair shake. So I would avoid him. And
it's not showing Coleman out. I just want to say that.
Okay.
I mean, right here, at least what I have, it's not showing that he's out or questionable or even injured. Oh, no, he's injured. Well, that's the offensive tackle. I'm sorry. Sean Coleman is injured, but I don't see Telvin Coleman as an injured player.
Okay.
Maybe a later update, or earlier update. But yeah. So you got Telvin Coleman. You got Barea. They're gonna do what they do with the run game. Solid run game there. You got Kittle, the number one receiver there, but then you also have a good wide receiving core. Then you got the Niners defense led by Bosa and Sherman. So Give me all the Niners that you can. I would take Hopkins, Murray, Kenyon Drake, and that's probably it for the Cardinals in fantasy football. So give me
What
the
about
Niners
Larry?
winning like 21-10.
I'll still take Larry Fitzgerald though.
Is he still playing?
Came back for a
Yeah.
17th season.
All
Yeah,
right.
he's still there.
Well, then give me him for like 4 games out of the year.
Okay. Yeah, so I think we're all gonna just go ahead and say the Niners are gonna win this game.
Very nice. High five.
So what do we got next here? What is that?
The
Cowboys.
Is that
ugly
the
logo
Cowboys and the Rams? Whoo! You know what? I'm
that
gonna have
Rams
to
logo
go.
is trash.
I like it. I think it's pretty dope. I'm a fan. I say I'm gonna have to go LA Rams, man. I really am. I'm gonna go Rams on this one. I don't think Dak's gonna be able to do what he's been doing. I think Ezekiel Elliott's gonna be kind of slowing down.
Aaron Donald's gonna eat up his holes.
Yes, sir. Aaron Donald's gonna be eating it up. Cooper Kupp, Jared Goff. You know what I mean? I think they're gonna be able to actually produce and show why they were one of the best teams. Not exactly last year, but the year before. At least I'm hoping because I picked them in my pool this week. so let's go Rams. I don't like the Cowboys, so there's that.
I don't think anybody likes the Cowboys, so there's that as well.
Oh, fan.
The way that I see this one going down, sit Amari Cooper going against Jalen Ramsey. I don't know if they're going to be able to free him up enough to get into the end zone to make it worthwhile. So if you got another option, sit Cooper. But I don't have a lot of faith in the rest of that Rams defense. They put all their money into two pieces pretty much. Cowboys had one of the top offensive last year. So they can put up points on fantasy for sure. Jared Goff, I don't have the most confidence in him, but he has been progressing. I don't know if he's taken that next step yet. So I'm going to have to wait and see how he does for a couple games to see if he's that true number one quarterback that the Rams drafted that year. Running backs, Elliott, he's going to get his catches. So if you're in a PPR league, make sure you start him. He's always a start every week. Who's the Rams running back now?
It's not CJ Anderson. I don't think they kept him.
Yeah, so I do who the Rams running back is.
Drafted somebody. Let me look.
If you do, probably start him because the Cowboys' defense is banged up. They're hurting. Cooper Kupp
lost Gerald McCoy for the year.
Yeah, so I would say this is going to be a high-scoring game. Not a lot of defense. Don't start the defenses, but start the top offensive players. I think the
is it Acre? It's Akers, right?
I think it's Malcolm Brown. I think that's going to be their starting running back. I'm not positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Malcolm Brown.
Yeah, Malcolm Brown. I don't know much about him.
So I would say start Malcolm Brown. But as far as who's going to win this game, this one is a true toss-up to me. I really don't know. This one's going to be pretty even. I think it's going to be decided by one score. Give me – something's telling me to pick the Cowboys. As much as I don't want to, I'm going to take the Cowboys by like 3 or 7. So give the Cowboys 27-24.
Okay.
I don't want to do it.
I see the Cowboys coming out and struggling week 1. I see Ezekiel Elliott kind of getting hot the first quarter. Everything's looking good, and then all of a sudden it starts slowing down. I see Aaron Donald being a real problem up the middle, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on Prescott. Amari Cooper, I feel Ramsey's going to be able to get at least an interception this game. Expect him to have a pick. If you have a individual defensive player league, I'd say he's a good one to play because if anything, he'll give up a catch in the middle and make the tackle short. So I just like the Rams defense, and that offense is always explosive, no matter who the running back is. So I'm going to go Rams by a little
All
bit.
right. So that's everybody's Rams. Or did George go Cowboys? No, right? He just thought about it.
George did go Cowboys.
Wow. Okay, so 2-1. Interesting. All right, now we're moving on to the Monday night games. We got 2 Monday night games, which is interesting. That's always different. It's never usually 2. So I think, what is that? The first game, what is it? The Steelers versus Giants at 4:10, right? It's going to be
at
in
Giants.
New York. Yep, in New York. Oh, man, I don't know.
Big Ben is healthy again. I think I'm going to have to put my money on the Steelers. I think that Juju Smith-Schuster has a bounce-back year because he has his quarterback back. The offensive line is going to be a little bit healthier. I'm not too sure about the defense. I think they made some improvements. I'm not sure if Ryan Shazier is going to be back to anywhere close to what he used to be. So keep an eye on that. James Conner,
I thought
always a
he
good.
officially retired, Shazier. He
I'm not
finally,
sure.
and everyone was happy about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's been a while since we've had some real football news to go over. So as far as this game goes, I'm going to have to take the Steelers. Giants, Saquon Barkley, he'll go off. Daniel Jones will have an okay day. Don't have a lot of faith in the wide receivers for New York.
Yeah, Golden Tate is questionable for the game, so there's that.
Yeah, I think Evan Ingram has a decent night. I don't know if he goes off, but I think he has an okay night. So give me the Steelers to win pretty easy. Just kind of control the day. Maybe like a 24-10 type of day.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
interesting.
Let's go 27-14 actually. Pittsburgh.
okay. Yeah. And Shazier did retire 2019. His
Okay,
last
good.
year in the NFL. So, I'm gonna have to. I don't know if Daniel Jones can do it. Saquon would have to have a really big day. I just think that I think Steelers are gonna win this one. I just don't see what the Giants have outside of Barkley that shows me that they're gonna threaten the Steelers.
I'm going to go with the upset, and I'm going NYG, bro. I'm going Giants. I am. All week, I've been throwing oddball picks, and you know what? I'm sticking with the Giants. I think Barkley's going to go off. I don't think Big Ben's going to be able to have a good game. I'm sorry, but Big Ben's getting a little old. He's not able to do what he used to be able to do, man. I don't believe Juju Smith's going to have a comeback game. Like George said, I disagree highly. I think Daniel Jones is going to come in and at least do something. I know Golden Tate is questionable on the Giants, but if he plays, if he's a game time decision and he does play, I think it might be a big factor in the whole offense, man. And I'm going to have to go with the Giants.
I'll be
That is my
darned.
pick.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. To me, this one seems like a toss-up. I mean, it's gonna who's gonna come out better week one, really.
Yeah, when both were picking top 10 in the draft, it's going to be a toss-up.
So our final game we'll have on Monday night is the Titans at the Broncos, who just lost Von Miller.
Now, for those of you who are tuning in for the first time for the Scott Sportscast, let me make this clear as the commissioner. It all comes down to Monday night. Take Monday night serious. That was my public service announcement.
Many games have been lost and won every Monday night.
You think you have it won by 30 points, you lose on Monday night.
You don't check your phone till Tuesday, and you're like, "Oh, I'm not in the playoffs."
Because you forget, hey, maybe Doug Martin goes off for 33 points. You never know.
And for Monday night, I got to say, I'm going to go Tennessee Titans. I believe Derrick Henry is going to go off. I believe Tannehill is going to have an okay game. Broncos just lost Von Miller for the season. They are hurting on defense without him there. That is a fact. Broncos also got a couple wide receivers that are questionable. Sutton's questionable. Hamler's questionable. They got a linebacker that's questionable. It's another defensive person that's questionable. There's a few defensive players that are injured. Heath, Harris, Pico. There are injuries all over in Denver. I'm going Tennessee Titans. Easy. They're taking the win.
And as much as I love Vic Fangio, he didn't show me that he was going to have a great year this year as his second year of head coach. I still think it's going to take at least another 2 years for that team to completely turn around. They need to find their quarterback because Joe Flacco, he ain't going to cut it. And I don't know if they tried to draft somebody or not.
Flacco. Why would you ever go Flacco? I've never thought of Flacco as an elite quarterback. I'm sorry. I never have. I never thought he was able to get anything done.
I thought he was solid. Never thought he was great.
Yeah, he was okay.
He's Nick Foles without the look.
Mediocre.
Anyway, so the way that I see it is sit your Broncos. Go ahead and start most of your Titans. I would say even start the Titans defense. Obviously, start Derrick Henry, the fridge with cleats. Go ahead.
He's going to be eating. Let me tell you.
I think A.J. Brown, deep touchdown. Marquise Brown is obviously one of the top receivers there, and he's going to, if you're in a PPR league, he's definitely somebody you want to look at. Tannehill, they lost in the playoffs last year. I think that he really took a big step forward. I think that he's matured and he's ready to continue this type of play. I don't know if he's going to ever be a Super Bowl quarterback, but I think he can definitely be a quarterback that gets his team into the league, or he's a quarterback that gets his team into the playoffs every single year. So keep an eye on if you have Tannehill, that's kind of my sleeper of the week.
Okay.
And Derrick Henry, start of the week.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Henry's going to be the guy. They're going to get up on him, probably have an early jump like 21-3, 21-7, and then it's just going to be Derrick Henry just marching them down the field for the rest of the game.
I mean, look at what he did for the last 6 weeks of the year.
What he did for the last 2 seasons.
And with the season of coronavirus and teams not having much continuity and tackling practices, do they really think they're going to be able to tackle him as easy as somebody else? No, he's just going to run through some stuff. So give me Derrick Henry for a big game.
Oh yeah. So I think that we all got the Titans on this one.
Oh yeah.
So very nice. Some looks like safe picks, which probably won't be. And
For me.
Hey, that's why we play the game, Coach. That's why we play the game.
and then you got the toss-up games that literally will go either way. So best of luck to you gamblers out there. It's an interesting week always, week one, because you haven't seen them all season. There was no training camp footage, but little snippets, and so we
Week
don't know.
one, week one, just like fantasy football, is all a guess. It's all luck.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm running out of time here. So.
Yep. All right. Well, let me stop the screen share. Any final comments for you guys?
I'm glad football's back. Let's get it. I'm so amped. Man, I've missed it. I've missed this excitement that it brings into my life for no reason. I'm excited, man. I'm amped. It's gonna be a crazy season. We got the coronavirus. We got some places are allowing fans, some places aren't. That's gonna take a factor into all of these games. The teams that really rely on the fans to get into it. Seahawks, for example. I mean, their home stadium. You know what I mean? They rely on that loudness, so that way the opposing team can't really even hear their play calls, man. So it's going to be a weird season. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be probably a bit heartbreaking for a lot of fans. I'm excited, man. Let's get it. Week one. Woohoo!
About time. I've been waiting so long to watch the Bears game after that rough season where people forgot how to play football. So I'm just excited to see some Bears again. I just want to see them come out aggressive on defense, flying around, getting their hands on the quarterback's chest every play. And
But
on offense, I just want to see them run smooth. I want to see you go out there like you guys actually have a game plan.
I hear you.
what I'm looking forward to is a very productive year, not only on the football field, but these players have the opportunity to really make a difference with their social platforms. So I expect a lot of change when it comes to, you know, getting their message out for equality, when it comes to people that are victims of crimes, of mistreatment, of whatever it is. So they have a platform to really make a difference this year compared to other years. And I think that players are ready to step up and really get the message out that we need to make a lot of changes as a society and as humanity. And so football's back, but more importantly, I think humanity is on its way back as well.
I agree, man. I agree completely. I think, you know what? These players have the platform to send a message. And there are a lot of people out there that are saying, hey, you know, let's keep it out of it. But you know what, man? They have a platform where they're getting millions of views and their message will be heard. And, you know, I'm glad. I love to see this unity that's been going on with, around the league. It's been a beautiful
Yeah.
thing.
It was very disappointing, very, very, very disappointing to hear all of the boos whenever the players came together and actually showed unity. It showed that it didn't matter how tall, fat, skinny, how tan your skin is, what religion you subscribe to, it didn't matter if you were poor, broke, grew up in Alabama, or you grew up in the Middle East. It's you could all come together in this moment, put your differences aside for this common goal, and then to hear people boo is just like, well, now you guys are just acting like you want things to be divided. And that's not okay. You that cannot be your way of saying anything except for, hey, look at we're all together now. So I hope that all of you guys and ladies who are listening out there just, you know, I hope you guys appreciate what the league is trying to do and, just show everybody that, hey, we can all coexist and we can all get along. But I think that that's going to wrap it up here for the Scott Sportscast Fantasy Football League. We got the real matchups tomorrow, the most important game on Monday night.
Woo! I am amped. Let's get it.
Football is back, and fantasy football has never been more intense. We got some pride. We got some dignity on the line here this weekend. We got some week 1 matchups. We're going to see who takes the early lead. We're going to see who folds early. I'm ready. I hope you all ready. Let's get some fantasy football in. Let's get some real football in. And most importantly, fly, Eagles, fly.
All right.
Here we come.
But all right. From everyone here at the Chicago, or no, I already messed up. I was gonna say, bear down, but
Chicago Liars.
why I don't get paid the big bucks.
Oh man.
Once I clean that up, I might be able to get an ad or something. Huh? But all right, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming on, and everybody out there listening or watching on YouTube. Like, subscribe, make sure you share, tell your friends, and we will catch you all on the next one.
Yes, sir.
We
Woo!
out.